It is perhaps the best home field advantage in all of football and certainly the loudest as we welcome you to GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They defer to Brown to start the drive. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Connecting on the out route here with Higgins. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a 1st down.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd and 2.
Here we go.
Off the play fake. Here's Burrow. And this one is going to be off the mark. Too far out in front. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
To the air again, Burrow. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, that's absolutely going to fire this defense up. They made it their mission to deny that completion, and they came through with a nice hit and knocked it incomplete.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there.
Here we go.
They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll try and throw for it with Burrow. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And this defense holds firm here on the opening drive of the night. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. Here's Pacheco to begin the drive. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. From just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd down and 7. They go play fake. Mahomes. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. And he will bring this across midfield to the 49-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Gun. Dot. 11 MT tank. 11 MT tank. Dot.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. That one out wide and intercepted. Trent McDuffie with a pick. 20. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. Well, their defense got him the football with an interception. They trot out there, Charles, in the very first play. They give the football right back.
Brandon, I almost expect you to come in like an auctioneer. We've got 2. Do I hear 3? Remember, it was 2 in a row. Would we hit 3 in a row? Because these offenses, they got to be a little bit more careful as they go forward. These defenders, they're locked in and really focused.
And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9. 9-yard line, 2nd and 6. Mahomes going to throw. Trying to find his tight end, Kelsey, and it's intercepted. And the Bengals will take over here at their own 12-yard line. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Over the middle, that's caught by Chase. Only able to gain a couple there, and that'll make it second down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
They're passing here, Joe Burrow. That's caught, Andre Yoshivas. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. No score after 1 on EA Sports.
That's the end of the first quarter with no score.
Start of the second quarter, and it's the Bengals in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Here we go. 12, 12, 12. 11, 11, 11. Stop.
Here's Burrow. That is incomplete.
Have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Here we go, here we go. 11, 11, 11, 11. Stop.
Shotgun handoff to Brown here. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
He's got a man, complete. And he will step out of bounds here inside the 30. A big play there for Cincinnati. 49 yards. Not really any offense for them to speak of here in this first half. Maybe that's what they needed, that big play.
Yeah, and it seems that maybe everything changes right there. They've been a little slow out of the gate. We've seen that. But that one big play, that could spark a big burst right here.
11 Thomas. Stop.
Now it's Burrow. Flushed out right. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. Picked off by Leo Chanel. And the Chiefs are going to take over at their own 41. Well, Charles, you got a quarterback out of the pocket, trying to make a play, and you get it, but instead he ends up throwing it to the other team.
And partners, we know to be successful in this league, number 1, you're going to have to be able to make plays on the perimeter or when the pocket breaks down. But number 2, you've got to make smart decisions with the football. And that time, that simply was not a smart decision.
He'll start the drive here with Pacheco. Now inside the 25. And he's going to be out of bounds here all the way down inside the 10. 59 yards rushing for him now on just his first 3 carries. So he nearly took it the distance, gets him down inside the 10 for a 1st and goal.
I'd love to be in his head right now because is he rewarding himself for a great run or is he kicking himself because he didn't get all the way to the goal line?
They'll run here with Pacheco. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Chiefs post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. And his kick is good to make it 7-0 KC. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily to look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers.
I'm wondering.
Game clock sitting at 2:02, so they'll get one play before the 2-minute warning. They will toss to Brown. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. Here's 3rd and 10.
Here we go.
Burrow looking to pass. Now a short one to Gesicki. And he will be marked down short of the first as they get to him at the 29. So 8 yards on the completion there, and it'll be 4th down.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a foot.
And that's caught inside the 35. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward.
Here we go.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
12, stop.
Now it's Burrow. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Twelve. 11 MT. Stop.
Again, it's Burrow. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
That play call wasn't there for them against that coverage. So they're going to spin the dial now in their playbook and come up with one more shot at the marker to try and keep this series going.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
11 MT tape. 11 MT tape.
Now Burrow. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. That's George Karlaftis who fought his way through the line to bury him.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
4th down. Here's Joe Burrow. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And that will force a turnover on downs.
Yellow.
Final shot before the half from Mahomes. Well, this one complete. It's Rashee Rice. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. Just the 1 touchdown in that first half. 7-0 our score as we get going in quarter number 3. McCole Hardman to return it from his end zone. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And despite the turnovers, Charles, and they had multiple in that first half, they still have the lead as they begin this 3rd quarter.
And they probably heard some conflicting tones at the half, don't you think? A lot of praise for what they did to get this lead, but also a little bit of scolding because they got to take better care of the football in the second half. But you and I both know the great leaders, they know how to give that little bit of vinegar in there and cover it with a big dose of honey.
3rd and 5.
It's a game of 2. Brings up 3rd and 5.
They fake the give. Now Mahomes. And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
Intercepted by the Bengals. They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. From the gun, a give to Brown. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Chris Jones that time coming in with a tackle behind the line. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
11.
Burrow will throw. He'll get this to his tight end, Gesicki. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. A gain of 8 there on the play. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. Picked off by Justin Reed. And the Chiefs force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 from back at their own 10-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That's complete. It's Travis Kelce. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to it. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a 1st down. Pacheco gets it, tries the left side. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. Now 2nd and 9. And now whistles and a flag. And I think we got a jump here. Got a little antsy there from his Mike linebacker position.
Partner, there's times you think you've timed up the quarterback's cadence. You think you've got a read on it. He might have thought it on that play. He was wrong.
The ball gets bumped up. It's now 2nd and 4 after the penalty.
Attack!
Here's Mahomes to throw. Pitch and catch here to Travis Kelce. And Kelce's going to have a Chiefs 1st down as he'll get this up past the 35-yard line. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Open man here. It's the tight end, Kelce. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Here's Pacheco headed right. And he'll be taken down after a minimal pickup, and that will take us to the end of quarter number 3. 3 quarters in the books. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd down and 7. They go play action. Now Mahomes sliding out of the pocket. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Throwing now is Mahomes. Hard throw, incomplete.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch. Is the arm there, the leg's still there? This has been a tough game. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. And we've seen drive after drive come up empty for them, and they've yet to dent the scoreboard, yet still right in the middle of a one-score game.
So this is where you absolutely have to forget everything that's happened in your previous drives. They don't matter right now. You just mentioned it. One-score game. This drive here can erase all of what happened previously.
11, Thomas.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Open man is Chase, complete. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. They'll set up to throw. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Trying to get a big strike right there and hopefully tie this game up in the late going. But the coverage was there, and this winds up incomplete.
2nd and 10.
Here we go. 12, 12, 12. 11, 11, 11, 11.
Looking to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. 23 yards the pickup there. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw again. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, I think we were both wondering if we were going to see them try and push it deep downfield, facing a one-possession deficit late, and they certainly didn't disappoint. They gave it an effort.
11, 11, 11.
To the air again, Burrow. And the Chiefs are going to get him. Michael Dana able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. This crowd turning up the decibel level. It's 3rd and long. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get your reset. They face a critical 3rd down now, needing a score here in the late going. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And that is incomplete.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now as to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
Here we go. 11 MT. 11 MT, take.
Here we go. It's Burrow on 4th down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position. Mahomes to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
Easy.
Back to throw, Mahomes. That one caught by Rice. Evades the tackler, and now some space. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10.
I just love how they're going about trying to finish off this game. This is not an offense that's going to go into its shell. They're going to keep exploiting weaknesses where they sail. And that's a huge pickup there with the game in the balance.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Running left to give to Pacheco. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game. 2nd and long, but you got to figure this almost certainly another run.
Hey, 43, 15.
Now Mahomes. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
Yard loss on the play. It's now 3rd down.
Gonna need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company.
Hey, 57 colors.
Back to throw here. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
And this one is no good. He missed it. And this will remain a 1-touchdown game.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
Here we go.
Burrow. He's going to let it fly. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
This defense has been so stingy all game long. No reason to think it's suddenly going to open up now. They took their shot, but this, like many others, falls incomplete.
The clock stopped. 50 seconds to play. 2nd and 10.
11.
To throw, Burrow. His throw incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass
Here we go.
and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
11 mighty.
Burrow. That is caught. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. Now Burrow. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
And remember now, a field goal does you no good. This is touchdown or bust territory. So they took a late shot for the end zone, but the defense, as they've been all game long, up to the task.
11 Thomas.
Here's Burrow. The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
Come on, ready?
The Arrowhead crowd in full roar. Here's 3rd down. throwing. Burrow. And that is incomplete. What a great sequence by this defense so far. They've given him nowhere to go with the football.
And they just have to make it stand up one more time because it appears that they've got their number. Can they not have a slip up here and allow the touchdown?
No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now.
11, 11. 12, 12, 12. Stop.
They'll try and throw for it with Burrow. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down.
Listen, when you're at this point of the game, all options are on the table. 4th down, they say, we've got to go for it. And what a play they come up with. Big yardage there to keep the drive alive.
Throwing now is Joe Burrow to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Oh, they were so close. That close to their first points of the game. Just needed to hang on just a second longer, but he couldn't complete the process of the catch through the jostling from the defender.
2nd down, goal to go.
Here we go. Here we go. Twelve, 11, 11, 11. Stop.
Here we go with Burrow. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. And the Chiefs have just about sewn up this football game. So a good drive with a bad ending, Charles. They move it down the field well. Cannot finish it off, though, as it's intercepted in the end zone.
Deflating, that has got to be the word here because they were sharp in moving it down the field. But sometimes you start thinking like a touchdown is a given. And it doesn't always work out that way as we saw there.
To throw is Mahomes. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. He really tried to thread that down the seam.
Yeah, he tried to rip that one, didn't he? But throwing with that velocity, necessary when you're trying to hit a quick hitter like that one. Timing execution has to be perfect. Unfortunately for him, that one fell to the ground.
So this one in the win column for Kansas City. And not all W's are created equal, CD, and this one came in shutout fashion.
Well, their offense certainly didn't need to do anything, right? They could take the day off, and they did. For the defense, they carried them in a big way.
Yeah, look, the offense obviously stuff to work on, but they did enough, and the defense carried the load.
Well, you know what they say, it's always fun to work on things if it didn't go well in your game with a victory in your pocket, and that's what they've got going forward.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Chiefs victorious here as we say so long from Kansas.